Well, hundreds of pages of documents tell the story of the final moments 5 months ago when a small plane crashed into an Akron apartment building, killing 9 people. News Channel 5's Homa Bash spent this evening sifting through the pages. She's live in Akron tonight. So, Homa, did the report say what caused the crash?
No, they don't give us an exact cause or even a probable cause, but they do give us a much clearer picture of what went so terribly wrong. One expert telling us it clearly points to human error. A simple white cross with 9 names, ages, and a date no one here will ever forget. November 10th, 2015.
I wish that it would have never happened.
You've no doubt seen this video Paige McVeigh took as a plane crashed into the apartment right next to hers.
Oh my God!
Killing all 9 people on board.
Their lives were lost because of someone who didn't know what they were doing.
Today, 1,100 pages of documents released by the NTSB give us some clues as to what they were doing. We also now know the first officer, not the captain, was flying the plane at the time.
What stands out is that the aircraft didn't appear to have any mechanical issues.
This is the burned cockpit voice recorder investigators recovered from the wreckage. A transcript revealing the moments before the plane went down and the sounds of power increasing and decreasing. Minutes later, one of the pilots mentions overcast conditions and 1.5 mile visibility, which local aviation expert Tim Lanigan doesn't believe played such a huge role.
They both were trained to fly in the clouds. The weather was right at the minimum for the approach, but I wouldn't say the visibility with it.
Then at 2:51 p.m., the captain says to the first officer with emphasis, "You're diving, don't dive." 30 seconds later, the cockpit voice recorder captures them saying, "Oh, oh, oh," and then a thunk. That's the last of it before the recorder stops. And nothing here was ever the same.
So accidents have become such a rarity that when one of these does happen, it shocks everybody.
That apartment building destroyed, but by some miracle, no one on the ground was hurt that day. The 7 passengers on that plane, all business executives from Florida. Now, the next steps here will be meetings with all those stakeholders and hearings, and that will determine what led to a probable cause. But these investigations, they can take up to a year, even longer than that sometimes. So it will be quite some time until we really know anything. Live in Akron, Homa Bash, News Channel 5.
Okay, Homa, thanks. Well, this report also revealed new details about the plane's pilots. First officer Renato Marchese was in command of that aircraft. Now, prior to working an executive flight, Marchese worked for Sky King. His personnel file says he struggled with memory problems, managing his weight and balance. He was fired in February of 2015 for failing to maintain his training. The pilot also had a history of problems. Oscar Chavez lost his job at Harrelpin USA in 2015. Personnel records from that company indicate Chavez also failed to stay current on flight training. Executive Flight hired both pilots within 60 days of their firings.